And welcome back to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. And this week's Prepper Pantry Pick is herring fillets, Pampa brand. And this is actually a Scandinavian New Year's tradition. You eat the herring fillets on the New Year, and it's supposed to bring you good luck and all those other things. And according to 23andMe, that's part of my genetic heritage, is the Scandinavians. Before I was Irish, and then French, German, and then Scandinavian. So I've got some ties to the Scandinavian people, and since we could all use luck going into 2024, I think it's going to be a chaotic year. Certainly get your herring fillets, don't miss out on that. So in terms of your long-term food storage pantry, I think these are a great addition. The roosters are super excited about them. They want to be in the video. So it's $1.64 per can of herring fillets, and it's a 6-ounce can. It's 2 servings in the can, 110 calories per serving, 220 calories per can. So I did the math here. So when I look at the math, we talk about how many cans or how many packages of product you'd have to eat or have to survive a day in your long-term food storage pantry. I usually use either 1,500 calories or 2,000 calories, depending on my mood and the situation and the type of food. 2,000 calories is considered the average daily diet, and 1,500 calories is considered above the starvation level. So for this, I went with 1,500 calories, keep you above the starvation level. Not saying you should only eat 1,500 or 2,000 calories a day. You have to do what works for you, but if you're in a survival situation, if you're looking at your long-term food storage pantry, you got a pile of canned goods, it's good to know how many days food that is, right? They sell those 72-hour food kits and things like that, and you wonder how many days. Like, how many days is this can of herring fillets, right? How many days food is that? You want to know how many days you've got. So based on the math, it would take 7 cans of herring fillets to get to 1,500 calories, right? So it's 7 times. You're looking at under $14, right? We said $1.64 per can. So it's not the cheapest option in terms of a day's worth of food, but you would need 7 cans, right? So if you ate 7 cans of the herring fillets, which is 14 servings, you would get 84 grams of fat, which is 112% of the daily, and that's pretty close. That's pretty close to the daily recommended. Cholesterol, you get 280 milligrams, which is 90% of the daily. Once again, pretty close to the daily. Sodium, you get 350 milligrams. That's 210 the daily, but not that bad compared to a lot of canned foods, 350 milligrams. Carbs, we got 42 grams, which is 14% of the daily. And it's things like fiber, sugars, that kind of thing. It's probably more about the hot tomato sauce than the fish themselves. And then protein's 140 grams, and it was hard to find good information on exactly how much protein, as the chickens again, you need to eat in a day. You know, I find between 50 and say 175, 50 and 200, depending on your diet. And this is 140 grams if you ate 7 cans of the herring fillets, and that would put you right in the range. It also has calcium, iron, and potassium. This has a 2-year shelf life on the can, and we just got it, so I'm suspecting 2 years. As always, I know canned goods, people say they can go forever, they can go longer. You just use your best judgment if you're going past the best by date or the shelf life. So the good about herring fillets is they are a superfood, just like sardines, right? So they can be considered superfood. All the vitamin B12, you've got the omega-3 fatty acids, all that great stuff. So they are actually really good for you. The bad, of course, is things like mercury and uric acid, right? If you have any health issues, if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, that kind of thing, the mercury levels might not be good. And if you tend to get things like gout or your kidneys may have issues, you probably don't want that uric acid. So in that sense, you know, they're good and they're bad depending. So what's the difference? I had to look it up between sardines and herrings. And from what I found online, it says there's not a big difference between sardines and herrings. In fact, sardine means small fish. The fish in question named after Sardinia, the second largest island in the Mediterranean, because they used to be plentiful in that region. When they're young and small, they're called sardines. When they get older and bigger, they're called a herring. For centuries, herrings have been a dietary staple of Northern Europeans, Scandinavians, Russians, Dutch, British, and Germans. So there you go. It's a big sardine, right? So someone had asked, how do you eat the sardines? And in this case, the herrings. What do they look like in the can? So we're just going to open it up. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I don't want to spill it all over, but you can see it's fish in the sauce. This is my first time with this brand. But they're ready to go. They're ready to go right out of the container. So you get in here and it's just a little fish, technically bigger than a sardine little fish, but it's just canned fish with some sauce. And just eat it. That's really all you have to do. I've been eating a lot of sardines lately. I like them. I think they're pretty good. They're not for everybody. Certainly, get the sauce everywhere. A little bit messy, but pro tip on the sardines, if you're going to eat them, I always rinse out the cans before I throw them away. You don't want your trash stinking, right? You don't want your house stinking like the fish, so after I'm done eating them, I always rinse out the cans. So that's it, guys. As always, thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and we hope you had a great year. Hope you have a great 2024. Right, so happy New Year's. Get your herring. We can all use all the luck we can get right now. So thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.